Good morning and welcome to today's video from Yoker Evangelical Church. This morning it's Saturday the 18th of July, and in our Bible reading plan this morning we started a new book, Judges. We read chapter 1 and we continued in the book of Acts and read chapter 5. Just before we begin, a reminder that as of next week these videos will be dropping down to 3 days a week as we begin phasing out of lockdown and starting up our physical services. We're only going to be uploading these videos on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and our Sunday service will still be online. But just to encourage you, if you've been enjoying these, please do carry on with your own daily readings. And perhaps on the days when we don't have a video uploaded, you could think about a verse or a passage that has particularly encouraged you. Think about how you would share that encouragement with others, and then maybe phone somebody up, talk to them about what you've read. We long for a community that is in the Bible constantly and that talks to each other about how God is encouraging us through it. Just a reminder that as of next week, the videos will be uploaded less often. This morning, I was hugely encouraged reading Acts chapter 5. I love how, as we read through the book of Acts, we often get little reminders of what the apostles are doing. At what these people in the early church, we get little reminders of what is central to their lives. And we get one of these kind of snapshots, like a little photograph of what they are doing in Acts chapter 5, verse 42. So this is after the apostles have been on trial, they've even been flogged, and yet they counted it joy. So they are now fully committed to Jesus and know that it will lead to suffering. Yet, we still read, this is what they committed themselves to. Day after day, in the temple courts and from house to house, they never stopped teaching and proclaiming the good news that Jesus is the Messiah. I love this because it helps us to see the business that we should be about as Christians. It shows us what the focus of the apostles was and perhaps realigns us to show us what we should be concerned about. Where is the apostles' emphasis? It is on this good news that they summarize as Jesus is the Messiah. Jesus is the one that came to save sinners, to bring them back into relationship with God, to save them from the punishment that they deserve. Jesus is the one that was promised. It's this good news that they are committed to teaching and proclaiming. We get this sense as we read this verse, don't we, that they are just telling everyone, anywhere, whether they are in the temple or whether they are walking down the street, going from house to house. They're knocking on doors, telling people, this is the good news that you need to hear. They are committed to people hearing the message. That becomes the focus of their life, that this good news would be heard. And I think we want more of this in church. Among Christians, we want to see this passion for the gospel. As I read this passage, I can't help but get excited about just the commitment that they have day after day. They are never stopping teaching and proclaiming. Just their excitement for it comes across, that they would commit so much time to the cause of the gospel. And that is what we want to see among Christians today, that we would want to tell the message, to go out and just share with whoever we can that good news that we have. Share it wherever we go. I was encouraged this morning to pray this for myself, that where this passion for the gospel is lacking, that God would do a work there to make me more like these early Christians who go out and spread the message. And then to pray that for church, that we would be committed to this work more and more. We long for people to hear the gospel because it is by the gospel that people are saved. And so this passage reminds us how important it is that we are sharing that good news. I hope this has been helpful this morning and that you were encouraged reading your Bible today. Have a great day and God bless.